So this is my time of the year. I'm going for vacation, but I do not want to leave you with nothing. So what I decided to do on top of the shorts that I'll keep sending you hopefully while I'm off is I will create for the next 5 weeks where I expect to be out 5 short videos. And short is the theme here. And the intent and the value I want to give you out of these videos is to inspire you. I will give you a quick automation, no giveaways, no super details, but I will tell you what was the problem that I faced and how I solved it through automation to run this YouTube channel. And hopefully this will serve as an inspiration for you to try and build something on your own, go through the hoops and the rabbit holes and get it done. This is the only way to learn. I keep recommending to my audience. And if you're an expert, you might watch this short video and get some ideas that you might want to do yourself. Or maybe you can do the same ideas 10 times better. If you do so, write me a comment in the comment section. And if you don't know me, my name is Samer Haddad. I'm a Fortune 500 executive with a mission to help as many people as I can be part of the top 1% in AI. And with this, let's get started.
Subscribe to Daddy's channel. The mic.
So I joined Substack, and on Substack I decided to write more than just doing videos. And I have all of these thoughts in my head that I want to put in text. Now, not every time I have the time to really give a quality writing for you. So I went to automation, and it's not a crime in the world of AI. So I created something simple that could help me use my own words, my own thoughts, and eventually bring you a really nice piece of article for people who prefer reading. So I did the automation that I'm going to show you now. So it starts with a form, and I'll show you the flow in a second. And I put in the form just some pieces of information depending on what I'm looking for. So the only thing I have to put is my thoughts. And in this form, the first thing is a text, pure text. And the way I do it, because I'm busy, I don't have the time, I actually open a notes on my iPhone and I voice dictate my thoughts. I talk about a topic around AI, I go into the details, and I close. And usually I get a really long paragraph of text. I copy it and I paste it in this part that you see here. Okay, and that's the only must part to have in this form. On top of that, if the topic can be enriched by other sources, I can add URLs here, and then I can add YouTube videos. And also I can ask the automation if I want to do a deep research or not. And let's say I choose yes, then I can select the topics I want the deep research to be about that could enable or enrich the content that I do. Then I hit submit. On the other end of it, I get a really detailed article using my tone of voice, my wording, and it is super good. And I'll show you an example that you can go and read after this episode, and I'll show you how it works. Very simple. Build it for yourself, challenge yourself, and if you succeed or you do it better, write me a comment in the comment section. So let's go for the actual flow. It looks intimidating, but it's not. I know people build much more complex things when it comes on n8n. For me, I try to be really structured and engineered in my approach. So this is the form that we are looking at, and each part of the flow goes to each part of these 3 directions you can see here, or 3 branches. So the first one here, you can see on the top, the first branch is basically a branch that starts with an if statement, and it checks if I actually included links in that field or not. If there's no links, it will just go to this aggregate step and then set step, just to set all the values that came from the form, regardless. Here I want just to capture the text. So the first field, which is goes straight into the result. So there's no processing for my text, right? So I just put these, at least from my trial and error, I had to do an aggregate because of these 2 branches here from the if, and then I had to do a set to avoid any errors. Now, if there are URLs, this part goes, this is the one that is activated because this is the true one. This is just setting some authentication token. And then I do some splitting based on the URL, and I take it into a loop. So in this loop, it will take each URL separately and it will scrape it. It will go to that source. It will try to scrape it. Whatever results come, again, go back to the aggregate and then to the set field. So here I scraped all the URLs I set into that form. The second one is all about the video URLs. So any YouTube links that I felt are good and could give nice ideas that eventually could go to the AI to help complement the conversation or the ideas that I'm talking about. And here the same happens. If there are no URLs, directly goes to here and then to the set field. But if there are URLs, again, something very similar happens. This goes to a branch that actually splits those URLs and goes into a loop transcribing each of them. Now, it is worthwhile to mention that both the HTTP request here and here to scrape and to transcribe are going to endpoints that I created. These are applications I vibe coded. I have some of these videos. If you look into my history, you will find a comprehensive one on scraping and also something very similar I did for transcribing. There are public services for these things and you can use them readily. You don't have to use them the way I did. And this takes us to the last branch. Now this looks at the search area. If you remember, I had a field with text and just simply a selection. Do you want deep research? Yes or no? Now, the first thing this looks at is there any text in that field? If there's no text in the field, basically I'm not looking to actually research anything. Then this goes to the aggregate, just shortcuts to go eventually and continue the flow. But if there's text, basically there are terms I want the deep research to search for, it will check the selection for deep research. Is it deep research or not? If it is deep research, it will go to this branch, which is simply an HTTP call for Perplexity deep research. If deep research is set as no, it will take this branch here. Again, it will check if there's any text in the search field, but it will do here a normal, again, Perplexity search. So this is not deep. Both are using Perplexity. One is deep research or Sonar deep research, and the other one is a normal Sonar search. Whatever results you end up with, they go to the aggregate here. And what we do later on, all the results from the scraping and transcribing are merged here, and then they are joined with the content from the deep research, and that is joined here. Both happen through these two merge nodes. And that's it. So now I have all the content. I did all the processing based on the form that I submitted. And here at this point of the automation, I have all of the information, scraped sites, transcribed videos, my text that I dictated to my notes on my iPhone, and the result of the deep research or the normal internet search that I did with Perplexity. And then I go to this basic LLM chain, and here I'm using an expensive one. This is Opus 4. Now, I've tried them all. I have tried O3, I have tried Gemini 2.5, and basically what I'm asking this model to do, I'm giving it a long system prompt. But the main thing is focus on the first part of the form. My words, pick up the style, pick up the ideas. This is like the 80% of what will influence your output. The other 20%, look at it. These are results just to enrich your ability to know what's happening out there, some more information, some intelligence that could help you write something good. And eventually I just ask it, I want a long post that will probably go to something like Substack. And I get the post, I actually get certain JSON bodies because I want also, I ask it for a social media small post that I could intrigue people if I want to post it online and get them to go to my Substack or my YouTube or whatever. And here I parse the results and then I send it to myself in an email. And I do an email here again. I take it in HTML because I want it formatted, ready formatted through HTML in my email. I copy and I paste it in my Substack. Again, this is something I use when I have to, when I don't have the time and I just want something really good using my words and my style. And Opus 4 does an amazing job. And this saves me hours. This is a team of 5 people working for me to get this done, happening in this automation. And if you go to my newly established Substack account, you can, if you know me for some time, if you're watching this channel, you listen to me a lot, go in and read this first post I had where I introduce myself and my journey and what I'm doing when it comes to AI, and just try to really read through the lines, between the words, between the lines, and see if this something is sounding like me or not. Write me a comment in the comment section. I think Opus 4 is scary good in really telling the tone and the style and writing with it. So this is my first and probably one of the shortest videos I ever done. Again, this is to inspire you, not to give you something readily baked. Go try to build part of it, look for services that can do the things that happen in that flow, build it on n8n or any other platform. The intent is to get you to do something, and tell me about your experience in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and maybe share it with someone else. And with this, thank you for watching and goodbye.
Subscribe to Daddy's channel. Give me the mic.